Hello, I am Jihu John, the Ghost Sales Master Camp Curator. We are almost approaching the end of the Ghost Sales Master Camp, which was quite a journey. Shall we review last week's lectures? Before we begin week 7 sessions, last week we looked at Atomi's unique management philosophy, which goes beyond consumer satisfaction and leads to consumer success. We also looked at Atomi's success system. Today, we will listen to a talk for those who might think, sales? I don't even know anyone. I want to try, but I'm not sure I can succeed. For the first session, Chairman Park will give a talk titled, Product Excellence is the Beginning of Sales. He'll be giving us tips as how to share Atomi's products. As for the second and third sessions, the lectures will be conducted in a different manner as the previous 6 weeks' lectures. It is time for all of you to directly participate. Please listen intently to today's lecture, and please show your active participation as well. Let's begin week 7 of the Ghost Sales Master Camp.
Hello, everyone. It's the holiday season. These days, people don't go on vacations during the summer. Many people go on holidays during spring and fall when it's cool. And when it's hot, like today, it's better to attend seminars, as you're doing right now. Yeah. Atomy is a network marketing company. It's a notorious industry, right? When I first started Atomy, my wife also tried to stop me. She asked me why I was so into network marketing and why I wanted to develop this business. When I got married, my mother told me, let me just say one thing. Listen to your wife no matter what. Yeah. If only your father had listened to me, he wouldn't have ended up like he did. Yeah. My father's life went down the drain in his late years. That is why I usually listen to my wife very well. But I wanted to try this industry until the end. I had first come across network marketing in Australia in 1992 when I went there to sell automobile parts. At the time, I was so fascinated by the business. In this business model, all I had to do was use the company's products. And if I liked the products and repurchased them, I would just have to tell other people about the products. And if they also liked the products, then they would share the products with other people. If this continues, then more and more people would hear about the products and consumer groups would be formed. The consumers are then paid by the company for creating sales by promoting the products to other people. The company would pay the consumers instead of spending advertisement fees. This is network marketing. Now, when I first heard about this model, I thought that all distribution businesses would follow the network marketing model. That's why I totally fell for this business. At the time, I went to the bookstore and I found 7 books about network marketing. After reading the books, I got the basic understanding. The basic principles of network marketing content that you would find in textbooks were all in my mind. But when I saw the business being played out in reality, such as magnetic mattresses and other useless products, I saw that many companies were inflicting harm to the consumers. The products that were sold in these businesses were not being sold at a fair price. People were paying for the commission. For example, a product could be bought at a discount store for $10, but at network marketing companies, they were sold for $20 or $30. One example was the magnetic mattresses. These were products that could be bought for at most $300, but they were being sold for $3,300. These companies sold quite a bit of these mattresses. The reason why the members bought these products was so that they could be in a position to receive a higher commission. This was, in fact, a form of investing. There is a problem in network marketing when purchases are mixed with investing. So, why are normal people doing network marketing? Why is Atomy into network marketing when it's a healthy business? We need to be able to distinguish the difference. Are you buying the products because they are good quality and affordable? Would you lose out on this purchase then? No, never. That's because you have to buy toothpaste, toothbrushes, tissue, shampoo, vitamins, and health products anyway. You're not buying the products to receive a commission. You're buying them because you need the products. But if the products are high quality and affordable, then it won't hurt you even if you don't receive any commission. But if you share the products to other people, you get paid in commission. It's a business opportunity in which you don't harm anyone else. And it doesn't harm you as well. It's a business opportunity where you can receive a commission. So, should you do this business or not? Should I have listened to my wife or not? Yeah. I plead all of you to first check the quality and price of Atomy's products. But the first thing you need to check is the quality of the products. Yeah. That way, you will continue to use Atomy's products, and when you become rich and successful in Atomy, you will continue to buy and use Atomy's products. Let's say members who become successful as Imperial Masters and Crown Masters who make $100,000 a month no longer use Atomy's products once they become rich. Would that make sense? No, right? Who will these successful people benefit? They will only benefit companies that have luxury products. It will only benefit them. I'm actually not that stupid. That is why Atomy must have products that even successful members will want to buy when they become an Imperial Master, Crown Master, and Royal Master that makes $20,000, $40,000, or $100,000 a month. That is why the quality of the products is the most important. That's why Atomy looks for products that have absolute quality with the existing technology. Then, a price is set that cannot be matched by any other company. This is absolute price. We do not sell low-quality products at a cheap price. Atomy's toothbrushes are sold for 99 cents. And someone told me there are even 20-cent toothbrushes. I know. There are those disposable toothbrushes in spas, but you can only use those products once. What about Atomy's toothbrushes? Please, change your toothbrushes at least once a month. You should change your toothbrush every month so that the company will also make some money. But because the quality of the toothbrushes are so high and the price is only 99 cents. How much are toothbrushes usually sold for? It's quite common to find toothbrushes for $2 or $3, right? The toothbrushes that we sell in Atomy are actually sold in discount stores for $2.2. The exact same product is sold in discount stores. Of course, it's more expensive than Atomy's brand. But Atomy is selling the same product for less than $1. The manufacturer actually told me that they could not match that price. I told the manufacturer that I would put in an order of 10 million toothbrushes in a year. So I asked him to match that price. And they responded, "You might think toothbrushes are high in demand, but actually, they don't sell that much. It's not easy to sell 10 million toothbrushes in a year. We actually sold 40 million toothbrushes last year. Yeah. I used to be an employee at a manufacturing company for 17 years. So I knew how much it would cost to manufacture a toothbrush. I knew in my mind what process was going to be used and the wholesale price. I could also calculate how much would be subtracted for the costs for commission, management, shipping, and card commissions. For 99 cents, I calculated that the manufacturer would profit 10% and we would also profit 10%. That's how I made that suggestion. But the manufacturer said they would not be able to match it. So I offered once again that Atomy would pay in cash. I said, if we pay in cash, you will probably be able to lower the material cost down by 20 to 30%. And we won't ask you to change the design forever. The shape of the human mouth will never change, right? So we won't request for a design change ever. You will be able to automate your manufacturing process. Then you'll be able to match the numbers. Why don't you crunch the numbers? And they said that they would try. And that's how Atomy was able to produce 99-cent toothbrushes, which became a global hit product. Atomy does not sell just low-quality products at a cheap price. We do not exploit the manufacturing companies either. Atomy adheres to a system that lowers the cost reasonably and gives back that value to the consumers. Atomy's Absolute Cosmetic product actually received the King Sejong Award. I'm sure many of you have heard the Jang Sunshil Award. Atomy's cosmetic products have received this award before. But this time, we received the King Sejong Award, which is above that reward. Let me explain about this award. Every year, about 130,000 patents are registered in Korea. Korea is a global powerhouse in technology. Out of the 130,000 patents, the company that is first receives the King Sejong Award. It's actually unprecedented that a cosmetic product received this award. How can a cosmetic company receive such an award? But Atomy's product received that award. Other cosmetic companies that sell for 10 times that of our product did not receive this award. What do you think? The cosmetic products that are currently being sold in Europe, do you think they're worthy of this award? I don't think so. That's why Atomy's products are absolute quality. It boasts the best quality in the world. These products are actually worth $2,000, $3,000, or $5,000. Yeah, that's because even cosmetic sets that are sold at that price didn't receive the award. But in Atomy, this set is only $198. It's actually really cheap. People are looking down at this award because the products are affordable. Atomy's cosmetic products should actually be used by rich people who make millions of dollars every month. But it's available to all of you. If you use our products, it's actually impossible to try other products. Atomy's Crown Master and Imperial Master, who make $100,000 a month, you don't think these people can buy $5,000 cosmetic products? They can afford it economically as long as it's worth it, right? But Atomy's high-ranking members do not use other brands' cosmetic products. Why? That's because they can't be matched. If all of you here know the right facts about Atomy, then all of you will be shocked. Wow. This cosmetic set is worth $5,000, but it's being sold here for $200? So you should not just use these for your own benefit. You should also share them with your family, friends, and those around you. Look how my skin has improved after using this product. Just say those words. And if they use it, they won't stop. This is our business. Don't try to sell Atomy products. Sales is not about exaggerating your business or deceiving your consumers to make a profit off of them. What happens if you go to a restaurant, eat there, the food tastes good, and the restaurant is clean? What are you going to do? You will say to your friends to go to that restaurant every time they go in that area, right? Let's say you see a movie and it was very touching. Then you will tell others about that movie, right? That's what sales is. That's the way to do sales in Atomy. So if you use Atomy's products and you are impressed by them, then you share them with others. Is that easy or difficult? It's easy if the product has touched you. If you watch a horrible movie and the theater pays you to promote that movie to others, then that's difficult. Why? That's because your friends will be mad. They'll be mad at you for recommending the movie. But let's say you were really impressed with the movie. Then even if no one pays you, you're going to promote the movie. And when your friends watch it, they'll be grateful. Wow, I'm so touched by this movie. They will say those words to you. If your heart is moved, then sales will become easy. Soon enough, you'll be delivering Atomy's products and selling them. In the beginning, you will have to deliver and let others try it. You will have to go through that kind of process. Until people are touched, you will have to put in a lot of effort. That will not automatically lead to sales. Of course, you will sell some. In the beginning, you are selling to yourself. You have to be a distributor. You're going to have to sell to yourself first. And to your acquaintances, you have to tell them to change the stores they make their orders. You tell them you have to be a distributor. Sell to yourself. Then that person will go and tell another person the same thing. This is how a consumer group is formed. This will continue even during COVID, right? Yeah. Why? You will still need toothpaste and shampoo, right? Even if there's war, you're going to have to brush your teeth. That's why Atomy business is going to succeed, even in the future. We will continue to launch to countries overseas. Many people are suggesting that we must launch to Africa as well. And due to the One Marketing Code, even if you've registered in Korea, you will be able to register your American partner under you. That American partner can register a Mexican partner under them, then the Mexican person will register a European person under them, then a Japanese person and Chinese person, and so on. It's possible to expand your consumer group to all over the world. South Korea is a manufacturing powerhouse. It is recognized by the global market. It boasts the best technology in the world. There's a reason why K-beauty is popular. I'm certain that Korean cosmetic products have better quality than luxury cosmetic products sold in Europe. And I am confident of Atomy's cosmetic line because out of all the Korean cosmetic companies, Atomy is the only one that received the King Sejong Award. That's why we're launching to Europe. If I'm not confident, I won't be able to launch there, right? Why would Europeans buy our product if it's low quality and expensive? If we're not confident, Atomy won't be able to launch there. However, I know that we stand a chance even in Europe, like in France and Italy. These countries are known to have luxury cosmetic lines, right? If they try Atomy's products even once, they won't be able to keep their hands off. Some critics say, will Korean cosmetic products fit the skin type of Europeans? They should really stop worrying. Were European luxury cosmetic products developed for Asian skin? Were they? They were made for Europeans, but there's no problem for us Asians, right? It actually says in the Bible that all of humanity was created with one bloodline. We just differ in the color of our skin, but actually we are all the same. If it's good for Asians, it's good for Europeans. And if it's good for Europeans, then it's good for us Asians as well. That's why we're launching there. I believe Atomy will be able to win even if we take Europe on. We're not going to develop a line just for Europeans. We're just launching with our original products. Colors are sensitive to trends, so we're going to change them up depending on the trend. If you're here today to check out Atomy as a business, don't worry if you're here because someone forced you. Atomy doesn't let just anyone do business. Yeah. Go home and check your toothpaste, toothbrush, makeup, and shampoo. If you think Atomy's products are better than your usual products in terms of both quality and price, then if you feel confident to use our products, only then you should decide whether to do Atomy or not. If the products are good and affordable, you're going to purchase them anyway. If you hate the person who brought you here, that's a different story. Just try using Atomy's products. If you don't like our products, Atomy has a free return policy. The quality of this product is not as good as what the chairman said. I want a refund. If that's how you feel, then you can contact our call centers and they will refund you. If you are doing something illegal or have some kind of unreasonable excuse, then that would be an exception. But if your complaints are reasonable, then the call center employee must accept your request. It is actually the job of the call center employee to even fight with the company in order to give you back your money. I just gave you my word here in public, okay? Atomy business is truly a big business. You can make up to $100,000 a month. If you become an Imperial Master, you will receive $1 million by a forklift. 12 people have received it up till now. There is no investment in Atomy. You're just purchasing toothpaste, toothbrush, shampoo, and health products. This is not an investment, it's consumption. You are just telling others to consume, like you. And if the total amount of your consumption reaches a certain level, your commission will be calculated digitally for you to receive. Don't spend your money on the products artificially. Do you know what happens if you spend money on products you don't need? Do you think rich people will come under you? Or do you think poor people will come under you? Actually, there will be more poor people who flock to you. Let's say, for example, you invested $5,000 of products and you gave it to others as a sample. And if there are consumers that call you back to make orders, then you could do that if you're rich. Or you could give Atomy's products as gifts to others. And you could tell them to buy the product next time. Yeah. That might be one way of doing this business, but I don't recommend it. Yeah. You need to start from scratch, as if you didn't have any money. That way, later, when people who don't have anything come under you, you can say, this is how I started out as well, but now I'm successful. You can guide them. Of course, depending on your situation, everyone's method will be different. Once again, Atomy business is not done by investing, and there are many people who want to run a center. But I don't recommend operating centers either. It's too difficult to run a center. And you won't be able to grow your consumer group. You won't be able to go abroad because you have to be a center head. You won't be able to make business trips. It's too difficult. That's why I don't recommend becoming a center head. It is actually difficult to make lots of money as a center head. It's designed so that it's difficult to become rich that way. You should try to grow your group by targeting members in overseas. You might say, I can't even speak English. It's okay. Do you think the Imperial Masters were good at English? Not at all. Let's say you introduced Atomy to a friend in Korea. Then that person goes to a different person, but that person is a second-generation Korean American. So then your partner gives that Korean American Atomy products to take to the US. Then the business expands to Mexico, where they speak Spanish, of course. Then it spreads to Colombia, and finally to Europe. That's how your group will expand overseas. So it's okay even if you don't know a foreign language. There's a lady called Boon-Suk Kim. She is now a crown master. She makes about $40,000 a month. She actually only graduated from elementary school. She used to sew for a living. And one day, she just encountered Atomy. This is a story of when she was traveling to the US with her family. She told her family to just leave her there, when she didn't even know between yes or no. Her younger brother was worried to leave her on her own, but she said that she was okay. But during her time there, she noticed something. She noticed there was Korean writing. There are Korean signs in Koreatown, right? Do you think there are people who speak Korean there? Well, of course there are. So she went to these shops in New Jersey. She would go up to the people there and say, there's this company called Atomy. You must try this business. And her group spread all across the US. It also spread to Mexico. So I think it's a good thing to have courage. Also, many people who are already rich want to do this business. Honestly, I feel sorry for doctors. I really do. Yeah. They have to sit in their small offices their whole lives. And it's not like they get to meet bright and vibrant people. Their patients are usually always ill somewhere. So I think it's a very frustrating job. If they have appointments fully booked, they can't even participate in special occasions other than their parents' funeral. So when you meet such doctors, you have to ask them, aren't you tired of working in this small office? I'll help you escape this place. I am going to fly across the world by doing Atomy business, where traveling is an important part of this business. You will fly across the world because you've seen it done. It's okay if you're not really flying yet. You just have to say with confidence, I'm going to be flying in the air. Let me help you. Come with me. Atomy is a system in which anyone can succeed. Even those who are good at school can succeed in Atomy. Even those who are bad at school can become an imperial master. Let me tell you why I think you should keep your eye on the global market. You actually don't even have to leave the country. You can talk to people here in Korea. There will be Korean Chinese people who can speak Chinese, and there could be a foreigner who can speak Korean. If you meet such people, you should constantly persuade them. And if you have the time and resources, you should try living abroad for a few months. Yeah. Everything in Korea these days are expensive, including rent. it is probably going to be cheaper for you to live in another country than to live in Korea. There are many people who speak Korean abroad. You should talk to such people. Register under me. If you recruit other new members with me, I will register those people under you. Atomy is a binary model anyway, right? I'll register all the new members under you. Then you can be their angel. You will be working for the benefit of that person, and it will make that person's life a lot easier. They will say there's a sponsor from Korea. Even if you're not good at explaining about Atomy, if you go abroad, then your partners will promote you, saying that an original Korean person has come. Then they will listen to you intently. That's why all of you can be confident in going overseas. I hope each and every one of you here will be able to dream of becoming an imperial master. Nothing in this world is easy. An Atomy business is no joke. However, if you have a big vision, if you have a big dream of making $100,000 a month, then you will be able to overcome most obstacles. However, many of you have small dreams. You just want to earn $2,000 a month. That's your beginning, and that's why, even if there's a small problem, you will think, do I have to do this for $2,000? That's why people give up. That's why, as time passes by, they will fall, get back up, fall, and get back up again. That's how some people spend their lives. Sharon Rosemaster, Jung Hyo-bae, actually went on the promotion trip with Imperial Master Jung Soo Park. I know because I was on that trip with them, but he gave up in the middle. He was headed to become an Imperial Master for sure. Because he had left in between, she's a little late. He makes a lot more money compared to other jobs now. He is in the Royal Club and makes $20,000 a month. That in itself is an amazing feat. I hope all of you will have a dream to become an Imperial Master. If you can make $100,000 a month, none of your family members have to live difficult lives. Your husband won't even have to work. Am I right? You can tell your wife, honey, don't worry about retirement. Let's just travel the world in our old age. You should dream of becoming a royal, crown, imperial master who travels the world. You can also help people around you. Yeah. I have also wired $50,000 each month to children in compassion. Yeah. I feel so grateful that I am able to help such children. Amongst the leaders in Atomy, one person went to Africa to build a school that cost them $50,000. And they dug a well for the people there. Don't you want to try blessing others if you have the money? I'm actually more touched when I can spend money like so, rather than make money. I hope each and every one of you will be successful and be touched by blessing others with your money.
How was Chairman Park's lecture? We were reminded once again that Chairman Park's philosophy and values of Atomy's success system is the beginning of sales that leads to success in Atomy. For the second and third sessions for today, you will be able to personally participate in them. It is time for all of you to discuss with one another the assignments that you have completed in the last 6 weeks. I have made a resolve for my new dreams. I was surprised to write this much for my list. Please share your experiences for the past 6 weeks. And for the supporters, Please share your feedback about how much your team members have grown over the past 6 weeks. If you are gathered at the center, do the assignments at the center. Some of you might have to do this through Zoom, and some might have to personally meet your supporters to do this. Whatever the case, please complete sharing with your team members by this week. It is a time for all of you to directly participate for the second and third sessions, so I'm going to say farewell to all of you here today. Next week is the last week for our Go Sales Master Camp journey. I will try to be your Go Sales Master curator, Ji-Hoo John, until the end by delivering you with tips and know-hows next week. Thank you.